So right back between the pipes for the veteran, newcomer to the conference, Kevin Radler, a draft choice of the Ottawa Senators. He's a big boy, 6'6". Josh Fleming tended the net last night. He was brilliant for Penn State, and you usually don't say that. DeMarsico now 1 against 3. Trying to hit the trailer. Shade, a shot knocked down and gloved there. Anna intervenes. It's Matt Gadowski confidently ahead. Little spinorama play looking to set up his man in front. Lawback. Lawback gets a stick to it. Burnside, though, giving to Crocker, the freshman. Burnside. Maybe one too many passes there. He tried to set up Max Montez. Now picking up the debris. Gavin McKenna knifing it ahead for Lawback, who felt the shoulder. Turns and spins it in. 5 minutes gone in the opening period. Pushed ahead by Crespo. Wise. Deckut ripping it wide. McGinley holding in with the backhand. Deckut played with some energy last night in the loss. Feeds it back for McGinley. There with intentions off the wall. It works out. Deckut shoots, scores! Deckut, as McGinley created it from the point. Sam Deckut with the finish. And watch out, Ohio State off and running here.
The Buckeye fourth line getting involved, and this all started from a simple dump in and a forecheck from that said fourth line, but a great play getting that puck up to the point. The guy that eventually is going to score the goal up to the point winds back around. McGinley gets it in there. You see Sam Deckhout come winding around here. The puck pops through.
He's of zone, tipped in by Isley. Drops down there for Crespo. Turnover there. Hong steals to Isley. Couldn't get full contact on that shot. 7th goal last night. DeMarsico swoops in. Weebush trying to get it back. There's Gavin McKenna knocked down in front, and it's clear. Nick Chin to Graves. Trying to create here. Back on the point it goes for Collins. On the rebound, Chin to Graves, swatted away by Inc. The captain holding in. Little twirl, gives to Smith. McKenna's available, fires. Down to make the stop is Eberle.
That's a good read there from Christopher Eberle. Not only making that save, reading that pass to McKenna, but also gobbling it up, not allowing a rebound.
So far kept at the perimeter here on the power play. Gadowski gets involved now. McKenna the shot, changing directions. Swept back to Misa. McKenna, Gadowski stopped somehow by Eberle. Another drive coming from Misa, poked wide by Lawback. McKenna, he slammed into the glass. DeMarsico denied there with the pass. Gadowski to Fink. Fink walks in, fires, blocked at the defense. Lawback to Misa. Penn State needs to generate some shots here. Lawback trying to do his best.
Pride, and you can tell they're doing a much better job on this penalty kill so far tonight.
Jackson Smith straight away. Gavin McKenna up high. Knocked down with the blocker rebound. DeMarsico skate to Carabella. Racing to keep it in. He can't. Watch out. Breakaway. McGinley shorthanded. And Radler making the save. Carabella and Ohio State not done yet. McGinley, the defenseman, in front. Radler, the stop, now Hong the drive, and that's patted aside by Kevin Radler. Still shorthanded. The stop, now Hong the drive, and that's patted aside by Kevin Radler. Still shorthanded Ohio State. And finally melted down by Radler for a much-needed break.
They've been on the ice a ton with the power play time. They might be running out of steam.
Running out of power play time, 40 seconds left. 65 seconds to go in the period. Here's Misa for Lawback. Shown along the wall. Misa, Lawback. Van Olm shoots and scores! Power play goal, Shea Van Olm.
Shea Van Ohm got a little education earlier from head coach Guy Godowski, but right now, the goal scoring is starting to come into play for him. Reese Lawback kind of waited as long as he could. Looks like he's going to rip it. He waits long enough. Keep Eberle to the front of the net. He's not able to get over.
Lays it off for Schoen. Back for Lawback. Godowski to his forehand, cuts in. Couldn't unleash it. The dying seconds. We're tied at 1 after the first period of play from Penn State. 14 shots on goal for Penn State, but 10 of them on the power play.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here now. If they get another shot, will Ohio State get an opportunity? I think.
Also kind of selling it too to there's now McBrayer, a little opening. McBrayer guns that over the crossbar, but
pretty creative little move.
He wanted to do it
versus we got a penalty coming here.
Here's Hong now. Quick shot by Isley, denied by Radler. Bouncing puck, Strachey unable to keep it in. Delayed penalty on Penn State here. William Smith. Isley across for Gordon. Gordon fires. Blockered aside by Radler. Penn State quick passing. We saw a bit of this last night from Ohio State on the power play. There's Caron, the drive. Calmed down by Radler. He didn't know where the rebound was. Pried loose by Carabella. Thompson blindly in front to Gordon. Caron shoots. He scores! Felix Caron pounces on it. And Ohio State, a big power play goal. They have the lead.
Another guy, this time for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Felix Caron with his third goal of the weekend. It's one on the power play here. Ryan Gordon, who is now playing in this position because of the Davis-Burnside ejection, makes a nice little play. He's trying to get it for himself. As he puts it through his legs, he loses the puck, but it goes right to number 13, and he deposits it to the back of the net.
Montez takes it. Abel rips it wide, and he looks to the skies.
Yeah, hands to the roof for Chris Abel. He comes in.
Guys led by Jake Carabella. Dropping to Isley. There's McGinley, the backhand shot. Radler keeps it out. A scramble ensues. It's knocked over the high glass.
Oh, you can't. Jake Carabella cannot believe that he wasn't able to get to that loose puck in the crease. Radler did just enough. Great rush there from the Buckeyes. Carabella gets it outside, goes to the net. McGinley, who's had a ton of chances, goes to the backhand. That puck is sitting in the crease. Carabella is not able, still can't believe he wasn't able to convert.
Caron whiffs on it off the draw. Shots 9-0 in favor of Ohio State here in the second period. Jackson Smith cruising in off the blocker of Eberle. Quickly transition, breakaway, Thompson, Deeg shoots, Radler hangs with them. Thompson gets his own rebound. Carabella, back and forth behind the goal. A little nifty play, the drive. Right on by Radler, swatted away by Jackson Smith as he looked a little angered there. The hand pass.
End to end we go. What a move here. Jackson Smith towing it around. What I love here, look where Christopher Eberle is, out above his crease, attacking that, and then the other end. Thompson with a breakaway, and Radler makes the save, and then again, he came up with another one on Carabella after that.
Sabo the drive, scores! Broughton Sabo the bomb! It's 3-1 Buckeyes!
I don't know, that might have been a tip-in by Sam Deckut in front, but a great shot nonetheless from Broughton Sabo as things have gotten a little quiet here at Pagula.
All started with the clean face-off win from Max Montez.
Who's been terrific in the crease, but look at That cut goes to the net. Yes, he does. That gets a little tip on that shot. But a great play. That's what you do. You win a faceoff. You get help from your winger. He gets it to the point. Sabo.
Ohio State in the confidence now, leading the game instead of trailing. Wise angles his way in. That's right into the logo. Radler will keep it with him. McBrayer in across the line. Low glove side there. Radler was ready for it. Off his stick, short-handed. Ryan Gordon plays it into space for Riley Thompson. Thompson looking for any room short side there. Fink flies across center. Checked off the puck there by Hong. The penalty kill's been a strength tonight for Ohio State, and it continues. Hong to Montez. Back to Hong to Montez. Shoots, scores! Oh, that's a brilliant short-handed goal. Montez to James Hong. Make it 4-1 Ohio State.
Yeah, you said it, Dan. It looked like that Penn State first unit was late. James Hong is fresh, just out there, is able to beat Aiden Fink to that puck. Little give and go kind of action there. He loses it. Montez back to Hong, who finds Max Montez on the far post, and he buries it under the crossbar.
Hong the steal. Now short-handed with Montez. Montez in. This time Radler gets a pad to it. Just looking for his options there. Gordon. Jackson Smith showing his brute strength there behind the goal. Now a lane for Katzen, trying to create off the rush. Dropping it off for Weebush. Weebush in, shoots, scores! J.J. Weebush.
Sweet little hand move there from J.J. Weebush. His second goal of the weekend. Left Katzen carrying the mail in. Leaves it for Weebush. Look at that quick move from his backhand to forehand. Puts that over the shoulder of Christopher Eberle. Gets inside of Gordon's stick and then goes far side. Quick hand.
Protection from number 9, Riley Thompson, to and fro. Here on his backhand. Trying to slice it in front. And in comes Nolan Collins there on Karan. A few extra shots. Yadowski, nice little move to buy some time up top, but holds on to it still. Eberle the save, rebound spun in front. Drops down for McKenna. Godowski. Fink turns and fires. Rebound. Misa slides it wide. Shade trying to stuff it in. And Eberle has it. Things getting a little frisky after the whistle.
Back and forth we go. Buckeyes had chances. Now Penn State's turn. Aiden Fink with the no-look backhander. Will Smith does a good job on Misa, and then Eberle. Two goalies really have to get down low and make those plays, grab pucks, not let them stay in play. Right there, Eberle using.
DeMarsico in front. Penn State running out of time here in the second period. Saturday night so far, a much different story from the opening act. 9. So we expect things to maybe calm down here in the third period. Tail nudges it ahead for Misa. Takes off. Misa the low drive. Spit out by Eberle.
Major. A lot of minutes on the power play for Penn State right now.
Another 2 here now. Fink the forward up top. Gives to McKenna. Jackson Smith. Love the movement up top. Smith blows a tire, but he's bailed out there by Fink. McKenna right in front. To Weebush scores! Set up by McKenna. Power play goal.
J.J. Weebush, second of the night. but aggressive. You see Ohio State's got 1, 2, 3 guys up top there. Not able to get back to the back post, and the one-touch pass from Gavin McKenna to the backside, and J.J. Webush tucks it in just inside the post. Eberle's right there, but actually goes off his skate in the net, and we have a one-score game here at Pegula.
A great extension there by Christian. Montez fights through the check of Webush. Tossed ahead, Deckut. First to the puck. Ingles the drive for the point, thumped off the pad of Radler. Law back. Ahead for DeMarsico. Crespo scores! Just like that, Jared Crespo, we're tied!
The career year of Jared Crespo offensively continues. The Buckeyes had the puck on offense, but a great pass up to Matt DeMarsico. Ingles makes a nice play on him, but you see Sabo and Ingles both go to him. Crespo comes from the backside. Nobody catches him.
Spun in front, but only white sweaters around. DeMarsico, though, can't clear. Thompson cruises in, just couldn't unleash that forehand shot. Picking up the scraps. There's Karabs trying to cause some confusion, but it's pushed out by Deckut. Right back across the line. DeMarsico, law back, shooting. Eberle out to make the save, and he keeps it.
Huge save there. Eberle didn't look too confident in where that puck was with the transition game, and nice pass from Matt DeMarsico. Puck's loose right by the side of him there, and then here going back to that power play chance.
Carabella, Sabo, Caron, puck rolling, now shoots it. Radler's a stop, diving for the rebound was Gordon. He pays the price for getting his nose in there.
See that puck just laying there, and who was going to get to it first? 6'6" goaltender won that battle. Caron getting to the net with Thompson and Gordon, kind of a 2-on-1 in front. Gordon whiffs, but I think Radler was there. He was able to get, but I like that shot.
Ingles to Montez. William Smith once again. Wrist shot snared by Radler. Waving that heavy stick around on the forecheck, number 9. Christensen trying to deal with him, swings it in front. Caron taps it.
Good job by.
As for Gordon. Not much support around Ryan Gordon, trying to create himself, brings it in front, trying to lift it. Radler the save. No give up there from Ryan Gordon.
Ryan Gordon going hard, but right here, Christensen back hard on his stick there. That puck pops in, and then Ryan Gordon's offense is real.
4. Thompson busting through coverage. Caron goes to the goal. Great defensive play by Penn State to break it up.
Great play by Crespo. I'm Riley Thompson. I'm making a pass early in that sequence. Always makes it tougher for the defense. Thompson does a great job here. Right now, make that pass over, and then he made.
Caron looking for separation. He gets it. Unable to get that backhand shot off, though. Caron. Slowing up, Caron. Carabella up high, shouldered away by Raid. Next stop, sudden death overtime in Hockey Valley.
That's the other thing. So it makes this face-off even more significant, because if Ohio State can get it, they can immediately get on the rush. If Penn State gets it, they're able to clear it. That's going to negate the rest of the power.
Drops it off for Fink. Back for McKenna, out of his range.
This is that threesome we talked about for Penn State.
McKenna, a few spins. Over for Jackson Smith, the defenseman. Back to McKenna. Little finesse, couple drags, shoots, scores! Brilliant! Gavin McKenna, overtime game winner!
You felt it coming, Dan. You saw him. You were talking about it on that shift. So shifty, so elusive. Gavin McKenna, who had what you would say maybe a quiet game for him relatively, puts it together at the right time in overtime and sends this happy crowd to the exits.
So slippery. Finds a moment of magic in overtime and buries it.
Really good college hockey game tonight, I would say. I mean, granted for what happened last night, it's 11-4 win for Penn State. You knew it wasn't going to be as easy. I mean, the game's not going to come to you that easy every game, and you got to give them a lot of credit for finding a way down, like you said earlier, down 4-1 in the second period. Climb all the way back. Gavin McKenna with the overtime game winner.
Tip of the hockey helmet to Ohio State as well after a demoralizing 11-4 Friday night loss. Much better show tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look, this team has beat Wisconsin, a ranked team, a couple times. They beat Michigan State, the #1 team in the country, one of the few regulation losses they have. So this team is capable of playing like this, how they did tonight. And you gotta go back to Penn State, how they battled back. They never gave up, down 4-1 to put it all together here was really something. And you get 3-on-3, there's so much ice, and one little move there gets the twirl on Ryan Gordon, who's had a fantastic hockey game for Ohio State, but one little quick shimmy from his left to right, and then he puts it through the stick of Gordon again. Goes far side, and just magical hands from number 72 in white. I mean, that play has just become synonymous, right, in hockey now, using that triangle area of the body, and quick move from his left to right. And then he was almost like he was setting him up for that next play. And look at the celebration. He didn't know what to do. Do I go to the boys? Do I go out to center ice? He thought he might do the heartbreak. He did not.
He looked off Jackson Smith. I got to do my celly.
He said, I don't know what to do here. I'm just going to go on my own for a second. And all smiles for Penn State. And